Hello and welcome to Stage Makeup with Kyla! In this video, I'm going to show you techniques for how to make your face look older. Old age makeup. When I first started teaching stage makeup, I taught middle age and old age. They're slightly different. In the interest of time, we're going to cut straight to old age. Some of the instructions for old age are building on middle age, so I'm going to tell you some techniques from middle age as well. And before I put my base on, I'm going to highlight the parts of my face that are already showing age. I'm 38 years old. My face looks different than it did when I was younger. That's okay. It's natural to age. Humans age. It's unfortunate that our society doesn't value age. Our society values youth. We created a culture that idealizes youth. It's okay to get old. All that being said, before I put my base on, take note of this. I've always heard things like this referred to as old age spots. I recently went to the dermatologist and my dermatologist reframed it as an adult freckle. So that's what an adult freckle looks like. I've got more up here. They're freckles I didn't have when I was younger, but I have them now. The spots on my nose are also freckles. They're sun damage. I lived in Florida for a long time. I spent a lot of time in the sun, even though I'm hyper vigilant about wearing sunscreen, but I have naturally fair skin, so there's evidence of sun damage on it. If you have naturally more pigment and melanin in your skin, you might not manifest signs of age in these ways. Another way, if you look at my jaw and profile, what's the best way to capture this in the lighting? Oh, here. When I was young, my skin had more elasticity, and I can press and feel where my jawbone is. If I was to get a facelift, it would be gone. But right now, the way that my skin is sagging down from my jaw, I'm going to accentuate that with makeup. And if you don't have the beginnings of that at all, I'll show you how to draw it on with makeup. Fine lines. I have some lines around my eyes and under my eyes. I have a deep indentation here. Some people get that, some people don't. Everyone ages in different ways. Some people develop bags under their eyes. Some people develop this deep indentation. Because I have the beginning of it, I'm going to show you how to exaggerate it. Also, as you get older, your skin starts to hang down from your brow bone, which mine kind of is. And we're going to exaggerate that with makeup too. So, to eliminate with a facelift, your skin would go up something like that. But this skin that's hanging down here is what we're going to accentuate. I have the beginning of lines on my forehead. We're going to exaggerate them further. Some people have really deep indentations here. I don't, because I don't scowl that often. I smile a lot, so the wrinkles that I'm starting to get are here. Those lines from smiling. This is something to consider as you're designing your character. What have they lived through in their life? How have they acted in their life? Have they smiled a lot? Then they're going to have deep smile lines and crow's feet. Have they scowled a lot? Then they're going to have deep indentations here where they scowl. The other great thing about old age makeup, about makeup in general, is that if there's anything that you don't like about your face, you can cover it up or change it with makeup. Makeup is magic. All right. Now that I've pointed out all of my supposed imperfections, markers of age, I'm going to cover my face with base. I'm going to use the Kyla Super Color Kit. You could use the Ben Nye kit as well. When you're choosing your base, consider how your person lived their life. Did they live in Daytona Beach and spend every day outside, and now their skin is leathery and darker than your natural skin tone? Did they spend many years indoors playing Scrabble and making braided rugs, and now their skin is lighter than natural because they haven't been in the sun as often? That was my grandma, and probably me. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a base that's slightly lighter than my natural skin tone to show off my years of Scrabble playing. All right, So as with any base color, going for an even coverage of the base, putting everywhere where you're going to put makeup. One place on your body that can be an indicator of youth, especially if you've made your face look really old, is your neck. So continue the base onto the neck, and I'll show you ways to add age to the neck. There's a few ways to do it. I'm using a sponge to apply the base. If you feel that you're more proficient with a brush, you're welcome to use a brush as well. I also started with a clean face, removed of dirt and existing makeup, and I washed my hands.